One day, you're living your life peacefully, going about your business, and all of a sudden, your body's filled with wild energy sensations, you've got headaches, you're feeling nauseous, and you think you're going insane. You go to Dr. Google, says you're psychotic, and you're going crazy. But how could it happen? You Google a bit further and you discover this thing called Kundalini. What the? You soon find out this is a significant moment in your life and you've reached the point of no return. And you soon discover that Kundalini sucks. In my case, it started many years ago. Subtly and slowly, it grew and grew and intensified in my life. Until about 4 years ago, things just went crazy. These thoughts are the result of my experiences. Oh my God, it's been wild and crazy. So, the 10 reasons why Kundalini sucks. Number 1, who asked for it? Certainly not me. As the vibrations on the planet increases, more and more people are experiencing spontaneous Kundalini awakening.
Wow.
They've never asked for it, they've never heard of it, and all of a sudden this thing is overtaking their lives. Often it takes a while for them to work out what the hell is going on with their life. They go to psychiatrists, they go to doctors, nobody's got an answer, they feel like shit, and they feel like their life is spiraling out of control. What the is this thing? What is this thing? And slowly but surely, they discover the word Kundalini. Oh my God, it's a significant word. So before we go a little bit further, what is Kundalini? Kundalini is the awakening of Shakti energy that lays dormant in the base of your spine in the root chakra. Traditionally, awakening was reserved for Kundalini yoga masters. After many years of practice, the serpent is awakened in their spine. It travels through all the chakras in your body, clearing away trauma and negativity, and steadily it rises towards the crown. Once it reaches the crown, the Shakti energy, which is female energy, rises upward and joins with Shiva, the male energy. And this experience brings with it revelations. It draws the veil on the secrecy of how the universe works. If you look on the internet today, Kundalini is a buzzword. Many people are searching it out, thinking it is the nirvana of life. They take drugs like ayahuasca to accelerate the process. There are many people who claim they can initiate Kundalini with a touch of the hand or through their guidance. They can bring the knowledge and wisdom that comes with Kundalini. But be warned, in my experience, Kundalini is something that you shouldn't play with lightly. My goodness, things can spiral out of control and you may never be able to get your life back in control. So be warned. In my opinion, unless you feel divinely guided to this path, I would recommend that you not seek it out. It's a different question if it spontaneously occurs in your life. And then you need to surrender to the process. Because number 2, Kundalini is like a runaway train. Oh my goodness, once it starts, you can't stop it. You have to understand this is divine power at work, and you should never underestimate the omnipotence of the universe. Often people who have Kundalini begin to feel trapped by it. They didn't ask for it, they don't have control over it, they can't stop it, and it feels like a curse. Ultimately, you will discover the only way to deal with Kundalini is to surrender to it. And this can be difficult, and it will consume your life. The third reason that Kundalini sucks is that cleansing is painful. The process of Kundalini is that Shakti energy moves through your chakras, cleansing and removing pain and trauma that has occurred in this life and sometimes in past lives. This often means that you relive some of the most painful and awful parts of your life. Difficult childhood, traumatic experiences, bad relationships, bad marriages. It all comes out. And lucky for you, you get to relive it again. And Shakti seems to find a never-ending catalogue of things to cleanse. It never seems to end. Oh my God. So much pain, so much trauma. Number 4. Why me? Why the me? This is a very big question. And as my teacher and mentor once said, I don't know. I'm not God. So, the only entity with knowledge of why it happens to you is the universe. There are triggers that we know that happen. It can be trauma in your life. It can be that you've searched spirituality. It can be that you're meditating. And I'm pretty sure in my case, the Kundalini was initiated because for many years after a difficult circumstance in my 20s, I started to meditate, and I meditated for about 15 years, and then Kundalini decided it was my time for her to visit me. As you travel along this path of Kundalini, you often ask the question, why me? I certainly told Kundalini to F off many times because life is just difficult. Why is it happening to me? Why do I have to go through this? These are all the questions that you'll experience. Number 5. Kundalini sucks because it's lonely. How do you tell friends and family that divine energy is cleaning up your body and making life really difficult? In my case, I used to spiral out of control for days at end. It also means you might experience weird things like kriyas, which are uncontrolled body movements created by Shakti and Kundalini removing blockages from your body. It's totally weird. The other thing is, you tell people that you're having a divine experience. They think you're crazy. It might get you a one-way ticket to the psych ward. Unless you're experiencing it or you've been through it, it's very difficult to understand. Those who are experiencing Kundalini often suffer it alone. They can't control it. People don't understand. You feel like you're a freak. Number 6. Kundalini sucks because it's all-consuming. The cleansing of Kundalini can make working a normal life very difficult. I've been lucky enough not to have to, but it can interrupt people's lives. It can change your career, it can change your family life. It takes an enlightened and very understanding partner to witness the wildness and craziness that Kundalini can be. And the experience is so intense, it becomes all-consuming. How do you deal with this energy experience? All the negativity it's dredging up. How do you cope with this in normal life? It's incredibly difficult. And the power and strength of Kundalini means you just can't push it to one side when it's inconvenient. It will decide when it's going to make an appearance and what effect it's going to have on your life. And the effect can be dramatic. Number 7, Kundalini sucks because you have to surrender the process. Change is hard. Try changing your dietary habits and you'll find out how hard change is. Imagine the cleansing of your life and the rearranging of the energy within your body. The change is significant and it's incredibly difficult. And you'll ultimately find the only way through it is to surrender. Modern day society, we're all taught that we're in control and our ego is in control. And Kundalini comes along and says, no way, baby, it's me. I'm the master. And ultimately you'll find that the path to cleansing and enlightenment in Kundalini is surrender. You need to surrender to the divine. You need to surrender to the cleansing. You need to surrender to the energy. This will ultimately cause you to realign many things in your life. You shouldn't underestimate this process. It's very difficult. Number 8, my life is screwed. My life is over. This is often the feeling you get as you go through this process. Typically, as the cleansing gets deeper and more pervasive, steadily you'll feel a little bit more normal. And actually you'll start to enjoy the energy flow of Kundalini. But particularly at the beginning, you feel like your life is You feel like life is over. I often swore at God. I told God to I swore at God many times, telling him to go away because I wasn't enjoying the process, and I blamed him for all the shit and pain that I was going through. Number 9, Kundalini sucks because it feels like it's never going to end. It feels like you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and then Kundalini finds something else that needs to be cleansed in your life. And this process goes over and over, and there seems to be a never-ending list of things that need to be cleansed. And this is frustrating because you don't have any control. You didn't start it, you didn't ask for it, and you can't finish it. Ultimately, the only solution is surrender. Surrender to the process. Start to feel the love of the process. It will come. Eventually it comes, and you'll find there is a pathway, and you'll feel your life is better, and you'll feel all of the trauma has gone, and you feel a lot of the pain in your life is gone. And actually you'll start to understand yourself as a person much better. Certainly in my experience, it's taken 3 or 4 years for me to feel some positivity about Kundalini. And in fact, I'm at the point now where Kundalini energy is part of my life. If for whatever reason I get blocked, so it may be anger or turmoil or upset sometimes, the energy gets blocked and I feel uncomfortable. I feel like a part of me is missing. So it really is part of my life now. It's been a long journey to get to the point where I think it's a good part of my life. The answer is yes, it does end, and it ends positively. And that leads us to the point number 10, why Kundalini sucks, is what's in it for me? Well, this is a very difficult question and a personal question. I mean, ultimately, I think what happens is you gain insight into life, yourself. Hopefully it makes you become a better person. I mean, it gives you understanding of love, respect, understanding, and it will change the perspective of your life. It has caused significant change in my life and my perspective of society. It can create change in your life. Like, I used to be an avid news watcher and social media addict, but these days I think I take a more holistic view of the world, the universe, of life. And maybe that's the point of Kundalini, is that it gives you insight. It will cause change and understanding. So, will it give you superpowers like the Force in Star Wars? I think not. But will it give you insight, understanding, and maybe a sense of purpose? I think so. And maybe that's the whole purpose, with more people on the planet with insight, understanding, whose motivation is love rather than hate, violence, greed, whatever, that eventually the planet will become a better place for you and me and everyone to live. And isn't that a great thing? How deep? And of course, Kundalini is very deep. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been fun to make. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and there's a part of me that decided now was the time. So if you like this, give it a like and subscribe. If you'd like to see more content like this, give me some ideas and I'll see what I can do. Anyhow, I send you much love, joy, peace and happiness. And I'll see you next time. Ciao.